guys, today I want to tell you, man, I just want to confess to you guys that I'll be honest with you, I love this 2008 CBR 600RR, but man, it's too much bike for the streets. I'll be honest with you guys, you know. It's the most comfortable super sport that you'll ever find for the streets. You know, it has all the power you need. It has too much power. That's my main point. This bike has too much power, man. And you know, for those of you guys out there that want to step up to a leader bike, and you guys dream about a leader bike, you guys are crazy. You guys really want to go to jail or get some huge tickets, because these bikes beg for speed. You know, when I'm out here, I just want to crank the throttle on this baby and listen to her scream. Yeah! I love that shit, man! I love the sound of this baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. I tell you guys, you know, you know, when I talk to you guys from my heart, man. I'm not talking bullshit here. You know, this is not to gain extra views on my channel. This is telling you like it is, man. I try to keep it as real as I possibly can. And this bike is too much for the streets. You know, I'll be honest with you, when I first bought a motorcycle, when I first wanted to get a motorcycle, should I say, before I bought my first bike, I really wanted to get a CBR 250RR, the old ones, back in the 90s, with the 4-cylinder engines. They were slow. Actually, they're a lot faster than the CBR 250Rs out now. But, they sounded so freaking awesome, man. You know, that's one thing I really love about this bike. I love the sound, but I love the speed even more. And that's a problem for me, because I find myself, if I come across a desolate road on one of these backcountry roads, I just want to crank the hell out of the throttle and just hear her scream. I just love it, man. And I can't do that, dude. You know, I want to be breaking the law, man, because I tell you, there's been some close calls, baby. Too many close calls, man. And I don't, you know, that's the last thing I need is a huge whopper speeding ticket or be put in jail, my bike impounded, man. And I tell you, for those of you guys that want to, that dream about the leader bike or have a leader bike, I don't see how you can handle it, man. How do you just cruise around doing the speed limit, 35, 55, you know, at the most, what, 75, and have all that power at your fingertips and can't use it, you know? And if you do use it, you're taking a risk, you're taking a chance. That's why really these bikes are meant for the track. And that's why I want to head to Mid-Ohio racetrack this summer. And I may turn this bike into a track bike, man. I want to get a second bike, but it will not be a leader bike. I made my mind up. I don't want a leader bike. This bike is like I said, it's too much speed for the streets. And if anything, if I get another street bike, it's going to be a smaller bike. It's probably going to be, I'm thinking maybe a CBR 500R, maybe. Or maybe I'll go to the Ninja, even smaller, the Ninja 300, because I'm seeing a lot of positive reviews on that little Ninja 300 bike. It looks awesome. It gets great gas mileage, cheap on the insurance, you know, cheap to maintain, It's a more, plenty of speed for the streets. Because, if I had a lot of twisties out here, canyons, I would definitely, it'd be awesome to be able to run this bike the way, like you guys do down in California, down in Mulholland. But we don't have shit like that out here in Northeast Ohio, man. All we have is long country roads, rural roads. That's all we have. Long, straight country roads. And I mean, these super sport bikes, they want twisties, man. They want the track. They want sharp turns. They want to cut corners. They want to, carve the curves. They want to just, and they want to be able to bust the throttle and just hear a scream. And you can't do that out here, dude. Only on the track. So it's like, what's the point, Don't get me wrong, I love this bike. I love just cruising on this bike. But it's, the only thing I can compare it to is like dangling a fat piece of crack in front of a crackhead. Saying, here, come and smoke it. And their lips are just, their chapped white lips are just puckering up. Want to put it in their pipe and smoke the hell out of that crack. That's how I feel on this bike, man. This throttle, it's like to a crackhead, man. It's like, crank the throttle, man. Just crank the throttle. Crank it. Do 0 to 100 in 6.5 seconds. Do 150 miles per hour, man. Hear me scream. Hear me scream. That's what it wants, man. And I can't give it what it wants. I can't. The temptation is too strong. You see in my videos, man, the flyby videos, the back road videos. You see me, man, I just smoke the hell out of this bike. And that's what this bike wants. It wants me to give it to her, man, hard and fast. It doesn't want to be treated like a little bitch, tiptoeing around town, doing 35 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour. It's like saying, bitch, quit being a little bitch on me, man. Crank the throttle and hear me roar. Hear me scream. That's what it's saying, man. The bike's telling me this. It's telling me this, man. It's saying, quit being a little bitch. Stop poking around on the throttle, man, and give it to me hard. Crank the throttle, man. That's what it's saying. That's what it wants. And I can't give it to it. I can't do it, man, because if I do it, I end up in jail, man. Be somebody's little bitch in there cleaning drawers and shit. Fuck that, man. I don't want that shit. I want to go in there, some big 300-pound dude in there, man, want to start some shit. No, man, I don't want to go to jail. I want to chill and be on the streets. So I don't know, man. I'm going to get the next bike I think I want to get, I'm thinking very seriously, and I'm not replacing this baby by no means. This 2008 CBR 600RR is staying in the garage. I mean, I'm going to be cruising it, but I'm just saying I'm not getting rid of it. It's going to be it's staying in my garage. The next bike that's going to be sitting next to this bike in the garage, I'm thinking very seriously of getting a dual sport. Getting a Yamaha, I think it's a WRX 250. I hear those things got a little bit of power for a 250, and I can take it out on the trails. My main purpose would be to head out on the trails out here in Ohio. And I know there's got to be some good trails out here. But, the street, I love riding on these country roads, don't get me wrong, and I'll continue to do it. But I'd much rather, I'd much rather cruise on a bike that just doesn't beg me to crank the throttle, like a Ninja 300 or something. Or I don't know about the WRX 250 on long country roads. I don't know, that may be a bit uncomfortable on those hard, stiff looking seats, those little narrow seats. So I don't know. I definitely want to do some trail riding, and I really, my whole life since I was a kid, I always wanted a dirt bike. You know, now I know a dual sport, you can't really treat it like a dirt bike so much. It's pretty much being, you know, delegated to just doing some cruising on the trails or whatnot. You can't really get into doing any jumps and really thrashing it real hard, you know, out in the dirt. So I don't know, I may get a dirt bike. I don't know. If I have to get a pickup truck first though, so I can haul the bike around. But that's one thing that's cool about the dual sport, because you don't need a pickup truck. You can, you know, you can put plates on the bike and ride it on the street to the trails. So I don't know, what's your guys' opinion? Like, what do you think? You know, I don't want a leader bike, so for those of you keyboard Rossies out there, save it. I don't want a leader bike, man. I don't want it. You know, I already, this, like I said, this 600RR is already too much, man. It's too fast. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Dual sport, for those of you guys out there that have a dual sport, do you love it or what? Is it cool? Give me some feedback on that, man. So it's either between a like a Ninja 300, CBR 500R, or a Yamaha WRX 250, or any other type of dual sport, or maybe even a dirt bike. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. What should I go with? I don't know. That's all I really had for you today, man. I didn't mean to get extreme on you guys, but I'm just being real, baby. I'm just keeping it real and telling you how I feel. So, alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until next time!
Catch you guys later!